Tell everyone where you're originally from, where your base is, where you have an apartment. You kind of mentioned it, but just be very clear about it, and then let's go from there.
Yeah, so I'm originally from New Zealand. I kind of think about Thailand my home now, but basically I joined Nick's course about 15, 16 months ago. I was making about $1,000 a month.
What were you doing,
And
by the way? Was I can't even remember. Were you just doing some consulting stuff, or were you doing some gigs? Like, what were you doing?
so I had my 9 to 5 doing digital marketing, just doing some stuff, 40 hours a week. And then I just had like a couple of clients paying me not much at all. I was just trying to all figure it out on my own. And yeah, I was based in New Zealand and I had a ticket booked to go to Thailand. I was like, hey, I just need to make this happen. And I joined your course, I think 3 months before I left, and it was a no-brainer.
When you moved 3 months later, how much were you making per month?
I think I was on 8K USD. So
Right.
within 12 weeks of doing digital landlords, like everything just completely changed. It's pretty crazy to think about going back.
How much are you currently at per month?
So last 2 months I've hit 16K.
Amazing. 16K USD. But here's the thing too, like you have to remember is it's super impressive because you've been doing this for a little bit over a year. You're up to 16K. Some people on one hand compare it, they're like, well, it's not 100,000 a month. But guys, how many of you could go, like how many opportunities are there out there where you could quit your 9 to 5 and within a year be making $16,000 a month USD? What was your vision when you started doing this? Like, was it, hey, I want to be able to travel wherever, work my own schedule? Like, what did your life look like? And is that what you're living now?
Yeah, so the original goal was just to be free, and we only get one life, and I didn't want to spend it having a boss and having to do stuff that I didn't want to do. I just wanted to do whatever I want, and a big part of that for me, it's a big word out there, and I think it would be rude not for me to just explore all parts of it. And that's pretty much what we're doing now. We're completely free. I've been having a couple sleep-ins since I've been home. Just wake up whenever I want, and it's going really well. And a big part of that, most of it really, is the digital landlords group.
I love that, dude. And by the way, just so everybody knows, because some people probably think I'm paying Mike here. We didn't even have a conversation about what we're going to talk about today. So I do appreciate the plug. The cool part about this business is it can look however it wants to look. There's times of your life where you need some of those sleep-ins, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to wake up at 10, 11, hit the gym, and like you don't get to work by till like 2. You kind of just need that mentally at times of your life. And then there's other seasons of your life where like you're coming into right now. For me was 2020 and also again in 2022, where I was like, dude, I'm removing all distractions, no Netflix, maybe on the weekends. I'm off of caffeine. I am dialed in and nothing's going to stop me. But that's the beauty, is like you get to decide, you get to choose. I mean, Porter's completely different. Porter works half the year. He's working on the farm. He's taking over the farm and he loves to do that. He loves to work with his hands, but then he gets to do this so that he can do that. And he gets to have, right now he can work wherever he wants to work from. He can go to his in-laws in Colorado and do whatever he wants. So I think that's the coolest part. What do you see the next 5 years looking like in terms of not money wise, because I know you're going to keep hitting bigger goals, but lifestyle wise, where do you see yourself in the next, well, let's say 5 years? Because it sounds like this year you're going to really be hunkered down to hit bigger goals. But where do you see yourself lifestyle wise? Do you want to get to a point where you don't have to work, what does it look like for you?
I think in 5 years I want to be starting about a family. I'll be about 36 by that point. So my vision for 5 years is a beautiful batch in my favorite part of New Zealand, driving a Ford GT Mustang, and then potentially having like another part of the world I can kind of travel to and from. So if it gets cold in New Zealand, which it does in winter, I can maybe bounce back to Thailand. And I'd love to work more into life coaching or helping other people kind of leave their 9 to 5s and find a bit more purpose in their life. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have the freedom if I keep scaling the business to do that kind of stuff.
You bought a ticket before you even knew all the answers. You didn't even know for sure if you could make it work. You're just like, I have to make it work, right?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, my back was on the wall. I was about to turn 30, and I've had this dream for 5 years. So I committed by buying that ticket a couple of months before I left, which was like, we have to do our best. And since then, I think my mindset has changed completely more into a growth mindset. And a lot of that is also with the mindset coaching you have. It's not if this works, it's until it works. Hard work, self-belief, and just taking things one day at a time. If you can have the mindset of this is going to work eventually, if you can have that before you begin what you're doing, it's just going to make the process so much simpler. And the last quick point is, there's a quote by Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning. It says, a man with a why can overcome any how. And I truly believe if you don't have that deep why, then whatever you venture towards, it's going to be, you're probably not going to stick with it.